Hello and welcome to Jason's Acoustic Workshop. Today we're doing part 4 in the series where I show you how to start up an acoustic act. Now in part 3, we talked about set lists and ways on how to name your acoustic act. In part 4, we're going to be talking about business cards, websites, and how to drum up business to get your acoustic act started. All right, stay tuned. All right, we're going to start off with business cards. Every business needs a business card. People need to be able to get a hold of you. Okay? Now, you can either shop online, go to a website that makes them, give them your design, and then they send it to you. I don't know what the prices are. I don't shop online that much. I only shop online if I can't find it locally or if it's too expensive locally. Then I'll buy online. Where I get my cards is a shop here in Green Bay where I live where I get my business cards and my posters done. And he's very reasonable, and I like the design. Okay, so let me show you the design that I use. Okay, nothing extravagant. It's simple. It's readable. People can people can clearly make out everything. Okay, as far as the fonts and all that. All right, so let me show you a sample of my business card. All right, there you go. As you can see right there on the left, that's my mug. Whenever you have a card, people, if a friend of yours gives a business card to a bar owner or something like that, and it just says Jameis Unplugged, and they don't know what you look like, well, I don't know. I always like to see the person whenever I hire somebody, right? So there's my picture right there. They know what I look like, and hopefully they call me. Now, the name of your act. Big letters, make sure it's readable. Don't use a lot of extravagant designs like a lot of those death metal bands do, where you can hardly make out the name. All right, something clear, something readable. All right, a nice big font in bright colors. All right, now your name. Put it in the center right there. If you go by a nickname, put your nickname or put your real name. Doesn't matter. Whatever people call you. All right? Now, make sure you got the phone number if you have a phone. And make sure that that phone is always on. Because if they call you and they want to book you, you better make sure you answer the phone. All right? Now, some alternatives. You don't have to do this, but it's always good to have plenty of ways for people to get a hold of you. Okay, so basically, on the bottom left, you can put your Facebook page, Instagram page, whatever you have, or your website. Okay, on the bottom right, give them an email address. Like I said, make sure that there's plenty of ways to get a hold of you. If they can't get a hold of you by phone, they'll email you or message you on Facebook or whatever. Okay? So, like I said, very simple, very bright, all right, so people can read it. Okay? Now, let us get to the websites. Okay? Now, some people don't have websites, some people do. Some people use their Facebook as basically a website because they have their videos on there. You can message them. They got pictures and all that kinds of stuff. So, but I like to put my set lists out there. I like to put videos, full shows, like 4-hour shows. You can't. I don't know if you can do that on Facebook. It'd be too much room being taken. So basically, I put them on my website, and people can download them or they can watch them or whatever. All right, they can see fan pics, they can see reviews and all that kind of stuff. All right, so let's show you. I'm gonna show you my website. Okay, that way you can kind of get an idea. It's basically a blog spot. is what it is. It's a blogger, but I turned it into a regular website with a domain name. Now, Blogspot is completely free, okay? You don't have to pay a dime. The only thing I paid for was a domain name. So it was jamesunplug.blogspot.com, but when I bought the domain name, it was jamesunplug.com, which only cost me $12 a year. That's it. I only pay $12 a year for my website. So, it's a perfect way to start off. And I've had that website for probably 10 years now. Never had to, it works. Okay, well, let me show you. Let's get to it, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. In big, bold letters, Jameis Unplugged. Here's my face here, my mug, my guitar. And I always say, always support local live music. Support your local musicians, whether you know them or not. All right? Because they'll support you. Maybe not all of them, but most of them will. Now, also support your local businesses as well. Your music stores, clothing stores, anything in your area. If you can buy it locally, buy it. If it's too expensive, like for me, if it's too expensive or I can't find it in my area, I will either go online or go to a neighboring city and buy it if it's cheaper. Okay? Now, as you can see right here, welcome to the Jameis Acoustic Experience. There's always a donate button. You never know if someone might want to help you out financially. The number of people that have been on my website. And of course, my Jason's Acoustic Workshop YouTube page. All right? Now, it's always nice to have photos of people who have come to your shows. These two right here, they've been to my show many, many times. They support me. They support other bands as well. Over here, my Facebook page for Jameis Unplugged. All right. Here we go again. Email. There's the email if you need to email me. Now, here are all the links that I put. Okay. Oh, and by the way, right here too, you can send me a message. All you got to do is put your name, your email, and your message, and boom, it's there. Okay? All right, I'll get the message, or I'll message you back, or message me your phone number. I'll call you. All right? Now, wedding video download links, Jameis fan pics. Like I said, it's just basically pictures. All the people that have been to my shows even have Jameis Unplugged t-shirts. We did a party on a pontoon where I played. That was great. Here at the Holiday Inn. So it's nice. It's nice. I got full shows on video and then full shows on audio. People want to hear it. And of course, these are some of the places that I've been at. And you could videos and pictures if you want to watch, like Cooper's Corner pictures. Here we go. They're big pictures, so we gotta do that. So yeah, here I am. These are all at my shows. So, and if people want to see them and download them, they can do that. All right. Now, like right here, I have my song list. Okay, so people want to get a private party or whatever. They want to see what do you play? Well, I play everything from the 50s to today. Okay, well, I believe you, but let me go ahead and, if you have a website, can I see it? Sure, they see it. They see the song list. They bring it over here. And here we go. I have it by artist or by song. And these, I'm just going to scroll through them real fast, but there's 600. 600 of them in alphabetical order by the song name. Okay? A lot of it from the 50s to today. And here you click on the artist. Right there. You got all your artists. You click on that, and you'll see what songs I have from that particular artist. Very simple. And that's basically all you need. There's a couple of friends here. This was when Jameis was a full band before it became acoustic. Drummer, bass player, singer. There we go. But like I said, this is very simple. No frills, no thrills. So, and like I said, this is optional. You don't have to have a website. Like I said, some people use their Facebook page as a website. They can videos and they can be messaged and all that stuff. So this is just basically if you want to, it'd be great. But like I said, I do it because show dates. I can go to show dates and it shows you like this is my October and my November. So weekends are basically for playing, except for a couple of Fridays and Sundays that I have. So that's it. And like I said, you don't pay anything for it unless if you want to get a domain name. You'll pay probably $12 a year, depending. But it's free. You set it up, and off you go. All right, very easy. And like I said, it's not something that you really need. But hey, if you want to put your song list out there and your show dates, if people go to your website, they can say, okay, let's see. Well, what am I doing? What are you doing in October? Because I'll probably be home from work in October, whatever. And they look, oh, look, he'll be there and there. All right, cool. I'll go. So it's just another tool, basically, to get people to come to your shows. And like I said, you got pics, you got videos. People can watch it. Even the bar owners, they want to see videos. They want to see people having a good time. If people are just sitting there, you're playing to either they're just sitting there or you're playing to an empty crowd. Why book you? So make sure when you take video, make sure there's people participating or moving around or whatever. All right, that it looks good, especially to the bar owners or to the whatever establishment you might end up playing at. All right. So now, once you got all that established, you got your business cards, set lists, got the name of your act, you got a website or a Facebook or whatever, then, okay, it is time to go out there and get some gigs. All right? That's in the next part. Now, the next thing you want to do is go out and get a gig. You got the equipment, you got the talent because you've been practicing an hour a day, right? You have the songs, all right? You got a little bit of experience now. It's time to go out and get a gig. So, here in the Green Bay area, they have what is called an open jam. And what an open jam is the establishment will hire an individual to bring his or her PA gear into the establishment, set it up, and invite musicians to come and play. Sometimes it's just an acoustic open jam, or sometimes it's a full band open jam. All right? And sometimes even with a full band open jams, you can go with your acoustic, and I'm sure they'll let you play. It's an open jam. That's what they're being paid to do. Okay? You use their wires, their mics, everything. Okay? Now, it varies from area to area. I don't know, whichever city you're in, check on Facebook. Go to some of the bars that have live music. See if they have an open jam. Ask them. They'll either say yes or no. All right? So, if there's an open jam, go to it and play. Okay? If not, what you want to do is go to an establishment that has live music, preferably acoustic, because that's what you're going to be doing, and go out and watch that musician. Watch him. Give him good feedback. Say he's doing a hell of a job. And, tip him. Listen to the songs he's playing. Which songs are getting a rise out of people? Which songs are like people could care less? And then he plays another song and boom, audience starts dancing. They start moving to the music. Find out what song that is. You can add it to your list. All right? Now that you have your business cards, you could go up to the bar or wherever and ask for the manager. Is the manager here? Is the owner here? Yes. Be right just a minute. They'll bring the manager out and say, hey, I'm Jason with Jameis Unplugged, and I have an acoustic show you might be interested in. Here's my card. The website has videos and pictures, and if you could take a look at it and give me a call, let me know. Now, at that point in time, the first thing they're going to ask, how much do you charge? Okay. Now, how much do you charge? Well, it depends on the venue. Okay. Now, sometimes if it's a brand new musician that this owner or manager doesn't know, they're going to be a little skeptical. So you can't say, oh, I charge $800 for 4 hours. Well, he'll hand you back the card and go, here you go. I'm sorry, I can't afford it. So what you want to do is get your foot in the door. Okay? I started off with 25 to 50 bucks an hour. All right? And right there sounds, oh, cheap, right? Yeah, if the guy's offering this much, he might not be that good. But no. Bar managers and bar owners like that. Oh, well, I can afford him. I'll give him a shot, basically. So it's kind of a toss-up. You got to find that happy medium when you're first starting. Okay, you're going to get some rejections. I got rejections too. Sorry, we only book with this entertainment company or something like that. Okay, fine. Thank you for your time. All right. So work up some sort of a price list and see what he thinks. Sometimes they won't just say, thank you very much, but we're not interested. They might say, well, that's a little steep for me. Okay, well, how about this much? Maybe. Can you go this much? And you go, yes, for the first time in, I'll do it. Boom, you're in. Okay? All right. You got to haggle a little bit with them sometimes. Sometimes you're going to get the door shut in your face. They're going to go, nope, sorry. But then some are willing to negotiate. Okay? You just got to figure out which ones. All right. Now, you got the first gig. All right? So, get all your stuff together. Make sure you have a reliable car. You don't want some clunker that's not going to it's going to break down on you. Okay? Now, make sure when you arrive at your destination, get there at least an hour in advance. All right? Now, make sure you know how much time it's going to take to set up your equipment. Usually for me, I'm just a one-man act. It takes me about roughly 25, 30 minutes. Get everything situated, depending on what I'm using. If I have to put 2 speakers up, it takes a little more time. If I put a whole light set up, it takes a little more time. Usually I just got a couple lights on the bottom, 1 speaker, 1 monitor, and that's it. So sometimes 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes max. All right? Now, if you have to show up an hour and a half, then do so. Make sure that when you start on time. All right? Now, after you've got it all set up, make sure you do a sound check. Get somebody out there that can listen to your volume. Make sure the guitar is not overpowering the vocals or vice versa. All right? Now, if there's no sound coming out of your wires, check your wires. That's why it's always good to bring extra wires just in case, because I've had it happen and I've had extra wires to fix the problem. All right? Now, once you've done that, strum your guitar a little bit. Make sure that the levels are correct. All right, we've already got that. Now, after all it's done, get off the stage. All right? If you got 25, 30 minutes left, go out there, mingle a little bit. Because you're going to have people saying, oh, you're the musician. Yes, I'm Jason Jameis Unplugged. Yeah, well, and they always ask me this question. What kind of songs do you sing? And I always say, I have over 600 songs. I play from the 50s to today. And usually you got to look over the room, too. All right? Just kind of look and see if people are looking at you. Go up and say, hello, you never know. You might get some fans right there and there, okay? Now, you want to talk to the bar owner again and say, hey, look, if you don't have, because you got to have break music. If you don't have break music, just let the bar manager know, hey, when I go on my break, can you put on the speakers, you know, on that are playing the jukebox or whatever. And sure, more than likely they'll do that because people usually got money in the jukebox. Okay. Now, I would suggest that you put a tip jar out so people can tip you if they like you. All right. Now, you make sure that you either have your name or your stage name in view. All right, so everybody can see it. That way they remember you. Like I said, it's always good to have a catchy name. All right. I have my tip jar. Well, if you go to one of my videos about setting up the PA for acoustic, I have a little stand with the tip jar on it, and I got the sheet. It's about eh, 12 by 12 by 12 maybe, and there's big letters, James Unplugged on it. It's a black background with white lettering, so you can't miss it. So when people walk in, when they look up at me, the first thing they see is my name. Okay? Now, shows range from anywhere from 2 to 4 hours, depending on the venue. Okay? Now, if you book for that amount of time, make sure you start on time and you end on time. If you're scheduled 6 to 9, you play at 6, you start at 6, and you end at 9. Now, if the owner of the venue wants you to play longer, well, it's going to cost an extra. Hey, we want you to play an extra hour. All right, that's going to cost you this amount of money. Okay. I've had it where people have enjoyed the show so much. They've asked me, hey, can you play longer? And they all chipped in together, put it in my tip jar. I said, here you go. All right. An extra hour. The owner looks at me with a nod because he's enjoying it too, because he's making the money. If there's people there being entertained, that owner's making money. And that's what he likes or she likes. All right. Now, remember, it's a business. You don't play for free unless you're starting off. Remember with the open jams, that's the only time you should play for free. Or, I guess I should have explained this before. Or if you're at one of your friends' acoustic shows and he says, hey, look, man, why don't you come up and play a few songs during my break? And the owner can listen to you. You're not going to get paid, but hey, you're going to be performing so people can see you. And I'm sure your friend will introduce you or whatever. That way, the business owner can hear you and more than likely hire you. Okay? Now, as you gain experience, okay, put new songs on your repertoire. Okay? There's nothing that angers patrons most than going to your show, hearing 3 hours of music. Okay? And then coming back again to hear you again, and they're hearing the same songs. They come back again, same songs. Back again, same songs. It gets old. There was one particular acoustic act where I saw their show so many times. They never changed their set list. It was to the point where I could tell when the guy was going to make a mistake because he made a mistake on the same note every time. That's how repetitious their playlist was. And you don't want a repetitious playlist. Now, that's why I always put up 2 or 3 set lists with different songs in different orders. Throw an extra 2 songs in there at the beginning. That way, the people that come and see you say, oh, I hadn't heard that song before. All right. So they kind of forget that you have the other songs that they've already heard. Always make sure that you're adding new songs. Okay? You want to add new songs. Preferably, I would do one a week. Start with the easy ones, the 3 or 4 chord songs. Just look and see what's trending or what people like and go from there. All right, because sometimes the audience can get easily bored. If they heard that song a million times, they're just going to talk to their friends and just your background music after that. Repetition, like I said before, is good, but not for your set list. Now, as you get better, you will acquire more shows because people that enjoy your music will say, hey, bud, can I have a card? Sure, here you go, here's a card. And they'll take that if they have a friend that's a bar owner or they know somebody who's friends with a bar owner. They'll say, hey, man, you need to check this guy out. I saw him at so and so's club, and man, he was wild. It was an awesome show. You got to get him in here. And I've gotten that kind of gig as well, where somebody calls us up and says, "Yeah, so and so told me about you. I went on your website and I was looking at the videos, and we want to book you." It's just that simple. All right. So that's pretty much how you start off. PR work. Yes, PR work is part of the job too. Some people I get recognized on the street, and they don't call me Jason; they call me Jameis, which is fine. It's fine. At least they remember the name. I've had people from that saw me 4 years ago who were from another state, came by to vacation or whatever, saw me at a restaurant or a club, and said, "Hey, remember me? I saw you 4 years ago." Mm, yeah, I do. I'm really good with faces, but not with names. So always make sure you keep a good reputation too. Be professional. All right. Don't get drunk on stage. Like I said, don't talk too much. Do a sociable every now and then, but you're professional. Get in there and entertain that crowd. That's what you need to do. Entertain that crowd. Because if you don't entertain them, they're going to leave and they will not come back. Or if they see you at another establishment, they're going to go somewhere else. So always make sure you have a good reputation and keep it. All right? And you can tell, just look at the people. Look at the people. Look at the ages. Okay, that person might like something from the 70s. That person might like country, Johnny Cash. Oh, that person might like Post Malone, maybe Toadies. Just guess. Okay? Just take a guess. It's a guesstimation. Just kind of feel them out. And sometimes you can feel them out while you're playing. Let's say you play Afternoon Delight from Starlight Vocal Band. All right? And you're playing it. Not a lot of people are doing anything, but you see that one person in the back kind of grooving to it. There you go. You hit one person. I do King of the Road from Roger Miller. The older crowd will love it. It's a great sing along song. Okay? And like I said, feel free to go to my website, go on the set list, get some ideas. All right? Those are not my songs. So feel free. All right? So, like I said, good reputation. Make sure you stay professional. Start on time. All right? Don't be a fool. All right? Don't be cocky. Don't be arrogant. I know a lot of arrogant guitar players out there. And believe me, people may be smiling at them to their face, but the minute they turn around, I don't want to talk to that guy. He's an ignorant ass. I mean, you hear rumors all the time. Musicians in a city or even a town, it's a tight knit community. People talk. All right? And you also got those idiots out there that will try to talk bad about you and say, well, he didn't start on time, or he's an ass, he's arrogant, he's a piece of shit, whatever. No, okay? If you got a good reputation and people start talking like that, the other person's going to tell him, hey, shut up. I like him. He's a good guy. Leave him alone. All right? So, maintain a good reputation. All right? So, for Jason's Acoustic Workshop, oh, by the way, if you have any questions at all, any questions, okay, text me. I'm going to leave my text number for you to text me. If you have any questions regarding setting up a show like this or whatever, you need some advice. I've been doing the acoustic circuit for 10 years now. All right. So I will put the number on the description below, and text. Do not call, text. I don't answer that number. I just text back. Okay? So, for Jason's Acoustic Workshop, I'm Jason. Make sure you practice an hour a day. Like and subscribe to the channel. All right, we're starting back up again. It's been a long summer. I haven't had a chance to do much. I've been booked out of the 7 days a week, maybe 4, 5, with 2 days of rest. And it's tiring, constant, putting the things up, tearing it down, going to work during the day, playing at night. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, okay? So make sure you practice an hour a day, and we'll see you in the next episode, all right? Or series, depending, all right? Have a good day.